come out today and do a little video talking more about my experience with the Fujifilm X100F and the X100 line and why I enjoy using this camera so much, but that wasn't always the case. I first learned about the X100 series cameras and Fujifilm X series cameras in general on YouTube from photographers like Zach Arias and Kevin Mullins, and I thought it would be a really interesting camera to have. My first X series camera was the X100S. I picked that camera up while I was still primarily using Canon for my photography, and I thought I would give it a try, and it was a really interesting camera to me. When I purchased the X100S, I wasn't used to the 23mm or the 35mm equivalent that the camera offers, and having the fixed focal length lens attached to the camera, I ran into some issues with, and I wasn't really happy with the compositions I was getting with the camera. It didn't take long before I ended up selling the X100S and going back to only using Canon cameras for my photography. After I sold the X100S, I was still really interested in the Fujifilm camera system due to the manual controls on the aperture lens and shutter speed. So I ended up purchasing, about a year later, I purchased the X-T10 with the interchangeable lenses and began using Fujifilm more often. Over the next couple of years, I used Fujifilm cameras more and more with the X-T10 that I had purchased, and then later on I also purchased the X Pro 2. A couple of years ago, my wife and I went on vacation. We had the cameras with us, and I started playing around, taking different pictures. And I took a series of pictures using both the 23mm f2 and the 35mm f2 on my Fujifilm X-T10, just seeing what the different compositions would give me, and that is what led me to once again looking at the X100 series. After shooting those pictures, I began thinking about having a camera that I could have with me even when I wasn't going on a photo excursion or taking my cameras with me, and having a small camera that I could take with me just about anywhere. I began comparing the X100F and the X100V, and at that time I decided to go with the X100F, even though the X100V did have some improvements over the X100F. After I purchased the X100F, I started trying to spend as much time as possible with that camera, getting used to the focal length of the 23mm and getting used to the compositions that I can get with it. As I became more comfortable with the 23mm focal length, I began using the camera more and more, and I always have it with me when I'm out taking pictures, and often turn to that camera over my X Pro 2 with the interchangeable lenses. I enjoy having the small camera that I can take with me just about anywhere, and even if I'm not planning on taking my camera bag, I like having the Fujifilm X100F with me in case I run across something that I want to take pictures of. Having that fixed focal length 23mm makes you think a little more about the composition and work a little harder to get the composition you want, and I find it enjoyable to use. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified anytime I post a video. Comment down below which one of the X100 series cameras you have and whether you enjoy using it and what kind of photography you use it for. Until next time, keep a camera in your hand, take plenty of pictures. Enjoy, have a good day.